My name's Sharon and this is Fun with Cross Stitch. Today we're going to be doing a stitch with me. Now I've been asked to do one on one of the charts that I do in hand. So this is a stargazer. Give you a look. All the top piece is all done. Getting there. And there's only this bit of the dress left to go. Now, give you a quick shot. That's all that's left to go. I won't show you too long. I'm not allowed to, but that's all that's left to go. So let's get started. Today's the 14th of June. So we will see how we go today. Now, I hope you can see this okay and it doesn't get too blurry because I've got to keep bringing it up a bit, but we'll see how we go. So I'm just going to be working on one colour today. So I just roll it up a bit at the end, however far up I need to do it, and just stitch in hand. Now I just got to mark off as I go today because it's a paper pattern. So it does take me a little bit longer to get my stitches in than it does when they're on the frame and it's a pattern keeper one. But that's okay. We'll see how we go. Hope everyone has had a good stitchy week since I last seen you. I've been doing a lot of stitchings, getting at least 1,000 a day in, sometimes more. Oops, sorry. I stitched all weekend this weekend because hubby was away for work. He's been doing big trips. He's been going to Sydney and back every day. Goes to Sydney one day, comes back the next, and goes to Sydney the next day, comes back the next. And that's what he's done again today. He's just found out that he's on his way to Sydney again today. So he won't be back until tomorrow night now. But when he gets back, then he's off for 3 days. We have a long, not a public holiday weekend, but we have a long weekend because we're going away this weekend. We're going away on Friday for our 2-year anniversary. Now we're going up to Redcliffe for the weekend. So we'll go up there and stay in the motel that we stayed at the night that we got married. That's the whole idea of having it as a tradition. Every anniversary we'll go up and stay in the same motel. And we got married at the Golden Ox, which is a restaurant and also a function place as well. So we're going to go back there and have a meal there. And that's going to be tradition as well. But we'll see how we go this year because apparently they've changed owners. So we'll see whether it's still as good as what it was when we were there before. If not, we might have to find a different venue. But we'll see how we go with that one. But I'll take photos. And, oops, I keep going out of shot. Excuse me for a minute, I just moved the camera. Yeah, we'll take photos and I'll post photos on my next floss tube next week. I'll still do my normal floss tube on Wednesday because everything will be back to normal on Monday. So I'll show you some photos. Yes, I won't get any stitching done Friday, Saturday or Sunday this weekend. So I'll have a 3 days from stitching. So it'll be a good break, really. So we'll go up there, we'll do that. Going to see our investment property on the way up on Friday. Make sure everything's okay with that. Then we'll head to our vacation spot. And then we will, on the Sunday, there's a big markets up there in the main street of Redcliffe. Right outside the shops there. They close the street off and they have a big markets. Lots of stalls, lots of variety stores, food stores. Oh, makes for a great morning. So we'll go there, we'll have a look at the markets before we come home and see what's there, see what, maybe I might be able to pick up some craft things, who knows? Don't you hate it when it comes out of the needle? But yeah, we'll have a look there and then probably call into the pub and have a pub lunch before we come home. And then head home. It's not far from home. It's only maybe an hour's drive or thereabouts. I'm having a shocker. Yeah, see, I do have problems as well, just like everybody else. You have those times where things just run like clockwork. And then you have other times when nothing goes right. I think this is going to be one of those times. And it just happens to happen on a stitch with me. I might get a visitor in a minute. Tiger's down at my leg. Normally he jumps up and tries to lay on me lap. Oh, we got it now. See how many times I can pull it out today. Yeah, so we'll see what happens on the weekend, and I'll show photos and show you guys. This is the ring that my husband got me. Early present. He has great taste in jewellery. So other than that, not much else is happening this end in life. Hubby's been working a lot. I've been stitching, doing what needs to be done around the house, taking care of the animals, just the normal chores that need to be done. I'll go out tomorrow and do a bit of shopping before we leave, because hubby won't come home till tomorrow night, so I'll go out and do whatever shopping we need and get it all put together, and then all we've got to do is load everything in the car. I'll do some driving, that way hubby gets a rest, because otherwise a holiday's not a holiday if he's driving. Well, that's the way I think of it anyway. He drives for a living, so a holiday is a time away from driving. I've seen on FlossTube over the last few days there's been a lot of whip parades, mid-year whip parade. There was one lady I watched. She had 3 parts to her video. A caffeinated caffeinated stitcher, I think. But yeah, she had 3 parts to hers. She's got 100 and something whips. That's a lot of whips. I don't think I could do that many. I'd want to be working on them all just to get stitches in them. It'd be hard. But she's got some lovely whips though. So I was thinking about doing a mid-year whip parade. Or I could just wait until the end of the year. I'm not sure if I'd done a mid-year one last year. At the end of the year I will do one and put in pictures of beginning of the year and then the end of the year. That will be a big one. I got all of my other whips together. I only had another five whips, I think it is, that aren't included in this year. So I've got 28 whips altogether, which is not too bad. I'm happy with that, but I'll be happy when I get a few down. I've only had one finished this year. It's a bit slow for 6 months, but that's the way it goes. Every time I work on a full coverage, I just want to keep going on the same one, but then I think no, got to spread my time between all of them and get them all done. I'm only finding that my fancy ladies and a couple of small charts, they're not getting the work that they deserve. And I think it's because I'm just so hooked on full coverage. I just love full coverage. So, I don't know. I've worked out that I should be able to work on 10 charts a week because I don't always stitch weekends. So, I don't know whether I should mix it up and do 5 full coverage, or 5 non-full coverage, just so I can work on them all and get them all motivated. But I just love the full coverage, and I start working on it, and I pick a spot, and I just want to keep going and going and going. I was doing one yesterday, not yesterday, the day before, Animal Kingdom. And I was doing a bit of the black. And as you probably know, I've started in the middle. Now I was doing the black and I was umming and ahhing. There's so much black on the whole chart. Should I do colour completion of the whole thing for something different? Just on one chart, just to see how it goes and how it looks. Would I be able to do that? Or would I be disappointed because I don't see something appearing? Because I like to do one section mainly and get that one section done, and you feel a bit of completion, like one animal, work on one animal. But I was thinking maybe for a change, just on the one chart, I could try doing 310 and working that right over the whole chart. And then when I do some of my challenges, I've got different anchor points for things that might fit into that challenge. So that's another reason why I was thinking of doing it. I didn't actually do that yet, but it's a thought that's running in my mind. I couldn't do it on every chart, like all my full coverages, but I thought I might give it a go on just one. So next time I pick it up, I may do it. Do you ever get the thought that you want to do something, but you don't really want to do it? I want to do it, but I don't know. Should I just keep going the way I'm going? I don't know. Decisions. But if I had my way, I'd just stitch all 24/7. But that doesn't happen. You do need to stop for food and life and sleep, and all the other wonderful things that you need to do every day. But that's okay. Looking forward to starting Chatelaine next year. That will be my new year, new start. Whether I start any others next year, I don't know. I am a bit overwhelmed having so many whips going at once. So I'm not going to put a no new starts on it next year, and I'm not going to say, yes, I'm going to start all the things. So the only one I have planned is the Chatelaine. So I know I'm starting that 1st of January, depending on what day that falls on. If it's a weekday, yes. If it's a weekend, it will wait till the first weekday. But I know I'm going to start that one. That's a definite. I'm starting getting the things together for it. I've got a few fancy floss. I've got nearly all the DMC. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that. You get a tickle in your throat and you just got to have a cough. I've got most of the DMC. There's still a few I'm missing. But Spotlight has still got a sale on at the moment. And from what I understand, it runs until August. So it's only, I think it's 90 cents a skein. So I'm going to go in there and get, once we come back, so it'll be next week. After next week, I'll go in there and get whatever I'm missing, because I've got a few others that I need to get, just for my normal charts. So I'll go in there, get ones I'm missing for Chatelaine, and that way the main thing I'll have left to get would be beads. Very much. Now I'm not sure whether I'm going to do the exact right bead, get the right brand beads, or whether I'm going to substitute and use a different brand, just the right colour. Because I do know that Spotlight do have some beads. And they're glass beads. They're 2 millimeters, which is what I need, I think. I know they're glass beads. I'm pretty sure they're 2 millimeters that I need. So I could go that way. That way I don't have to worry about shipping. I have been getting pictures on my phone from AliExpress advertising beads. Now, I've never bought beads from AliExpress, so I don't know what they're like. So it's possible I could just get one container of beads from them and just see what they're like. Because if I don't use them for the Chatelaine, I can use them on a different project. Sorry if I knocked the camera. So yes, I haven't decided yet. I know a lot of people say that it's hard to get the right beads. Toluca beads, I think they're called. Unless you get them from overseas. Well, I was trying to not get things from overseas if I can, and get them from Australia. So we'll see how we go. But that's my thoughts anyway. If anyone's got any ideas of Australia, someone in Australia that sells the Toluca beads, I think they're called. If you could let me know, that would be great. Because I know they're a glass bead, and I do have some Mill Hill beads, which will probably do the job. So I could go Mill Hill with the ones that I've got, and I know I can get the Mill Hill ones in Australia. There's quite a few places. know Wish sell the beads, but they're in China. They're not too bad to get things from. I don't know what their beads would be like. I have ordered knickknacks from them before. There's lots of things that just... Because once you search in Google, then you get all these different ads turn up for things that you've been looking for. Should have put an extra light on this. It's a bit dark. Oh, drop my needle again. I went in and cleaned the craft room this morning and sorry about that. Tiger come in and helped, as he does. I'm trying to put things on the shelf, and there was a little bit of cotton hanging down from one of the bits of material that I was putting up. So I turned around to get something else to put on the shelf, and next minute I know it's on the floor. Tiger decided to grab that little bit of cotton, thinking that he's helping, and pull it down on me. So as quick as I'm putting things on the shelf, he's pulling them down. He's a bugger of a cat, but I love him. He's my mate. He's been sleeping on the bed with me overnight when hubby's been away. Follows me downstairs. He follows me everywhere. He's just like a little dog. I go in the craft room. He's there. I do my videos. He's there, as you know. Now, he was sitting on the floor here, but I didn't pick him up because I know I can't put him under the camera. So I just left him, and he's gone. He's gone and sat near the kitchen window to get a bit of sunlight. Must be a bit cold. He was jumping up at the craft room door before I was in there and trying to open the door. He grabs the handle as he jumps up. He has opened it once. He grabs the handle and just pulls on the handle and open the door. He's a smart cookie. I've done a bit of cleaning up in there. I've changed things around on the top of the shelf. Put all my snow globes together. And hubby's Lego all on the other side so that Tiger didn't jump on them. The only thing is now he could jump on the snow globes and pull them off, but hopefully he doesn't. I'll have to fix up the lighting on this when I do it next time. In the camera it looks very light, but looking underneath the camera, it's a bit on the dull side, but that's okay. We all get by, we make do. We've had a few chilly nights here in Queensland. Hasn't been too bad, but there's been a few nights that's sitting in the lounge room and you're just freezing. So go in and hop into bed, watch Floss Tube in bed and do some stitching, or I take up my knitting, do some knitting. I'm on the home stretch with that blanket. I've done 3 balls, 10 to go, and it's finished. All I've got to do then is just lay it on the bed and sew it together. And I will take a photo of it when I put it on the bed, so that you can all see how big it really is, because it's too hard to hold up. It's so nice and soft though. But yeah, I have another one to do for a king-size bed. And I've also got some more orders to do on toys. So everything's keeping me busy. Keeping me out of trouble, as they say. But that's okay, I'd rather be happy. Happy and busy. If I wasn't crafting, all I'd be doing would be housework, so. And none of the kids are home anymore, so I don't need to do as much housework now. There's only the two of us, so it doesn't really get dirty. You got to do the dusting every day. Well, not all the dusting, but like the bathrooms and the toilets and the animals. So that's a regular thing every day. But once I get all that done, I can sit and stitch. Or knit, or sew. How's everyone's week been? Hope you're keeping yourself busy or occupied. Heard on the news yesterday about this bus crash in the Hunter Valley. That was terrible. So much for a very happy occasional day turned into sadness. That's all they're going to do now, is every anniversary all they're going to think of is not how happy they are, but how many lives got lost, how many friends they lost. It's very sad. Very sad. Just when you think it's safe, you're drinking, don't drive. Okay, so you get a bus. That doesn't work out. So there's not much left of this dress to do now. I should get a fair bit done today. I've got a few challenges. One challenge is 500 and something, and the other one is all little ones, like 2s, 300s. So I'll work on this for the day. Like I said, it takes a bit longer because it's not pattern keeper. But once I get into a rhythm, I'm okay. And with this one, the colours, there's a fair bit of each colour, so they sort of just go up in lines. As you can see, these ones, you just follow it up. So I'll do all this colour, and I'll go back and I'll fill in these ones. The reason I did this colour first is because there's more of it, not so much colour change for doing a video. I don't know why this one's more comfortable doing in hand than it is on a Q-snap or a hoop. Just the way I started it, I guess, was just comfortable from the word go. Well, we might have a visitor in a minute. Tiger's enjoyed the sun. Now he's going to come down onto the lounge. He's sitting on the arm of the chair, so he might not show an appearance. You never know. He could nudge the camera. Hopefully he doesn't. Oh. Comes out again. Some days it doesn't do that at all. Other days I just pull it out completely. Every couple of times. Two, three. I even made hubby a project bag that he keeps his logbook and another lot of paperwork in. And then he wanted another couple of bags made to do his paperwork in. So it's good that they're handy for all sorts of things, not just for cross stitching. I've been busy doing these Christmas bags for the Christmas Advent. I had a good response on those for orders, so thank you very much, everybody. So I'm in the midst of getting them all made up. Got everything to fill them with, just got to finish making the bags and filling them up. So that'll be interesting. Getting more materials to make up a new batch of project bags to go for sale. As I got rid of all the rest in the clearance sale, I wanted to bring in new stock. So the best way to bring in new stock is to get rid of all the old stock. So I did that, so that went well. Everything was half price. And that way I can bring in some new stock. If anyone's interested in certain material, just let me know. Most materials I can source out. I don't have a problem. So just leave me a message down below of one of my videos, or you can even message me. Two to go. Hope you're enjoying this stitch with me. There's not much else to talk about. With my next stitch with me, if you want to leave some questions, if there's anything you want me to answer or special thing you want me to talk about, just let me know in the comments. Anything in particular you want me to stitch on, and I can do that. Well, that's it for that section, so I might leave it here. So we got 150 stitches done. Doesn't look like 150, but so that section goes up, then there's another section that goes up and goes around, and then another one. So I just follow the colour up. That's the way it's all been working, and then there's another section, and then just around, and then all these holes will be beads. So once I get all this stitching done, I will start on the beads, but I'll start at the top because I roll it up and then work my way down. But there she is. So we will leave it there today, guys. That's 35 minutes, so that's not bad going. I hope you enjoyed this stitch with me. I hope to see you all back again. I'll see you in my next video, which will be next Wednesday, which will have all my holidays information, photos, etc. But that'll be just a normal floss tube. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do a stitch with me, a whip parade, mid-year whip parade or not, but it won't be the next one if I do. So we'll see. I might do one and show you what I've achieved since the beginning of the year, And then at the end of the year, I'll show you what the difference is from beginning of the year to the end of the year. So I might even do that actually. So next Wednesday will be a normal floss tube because I won't have time to get things together. So probably after that one, I might do a whip parade. Whip parade. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see a whip parade, a mid-year whip parade, or are you happy just to see floss tubes? Okay, well that's it for me today, guys. Thank you for popping in and watching me stitch. Hope you enjoyed our chat. I certainly did. And I hope to see you next week. Have a good day, everybody. Have a good night if it's night time when you're watching this. But have a good time, and I'll see you in my next floss tube. Bye for now, guys.